name is Thomas Rush. I wanted to talk about TrueBlocks. I'll only spend a minute or two. I wanted to show you one of the things we can do with TrueBlocks. TrueBlocks allows us to extract the entire transaction history for any smart contract. In this case, I'm showing you the core contract from the set protocol, which we've extracted into a database program here. And we can look at any of the transactions. So this is the transaction, and these are all of the traces for that transaction. And I can scroll pretty quickly through these transactions. I wanted to show you one particular transaction because we find it really interesting. So this transaction is, and we can look at all of the traces for that transaction here. So this transaction, it happened on February 10th, and it had 107 interactions with other smart contracts. So the originator of the transaction is here. That's I think a human being calling a smart contract. And that smart contract calls into other smart contracts. So here it's calling into the core, here it's calling into the vault, here it's calling into the transfer proxy, here it's calling into the Kyber network wrapper. And now we descend down into the Kyber network, and we're down at Kyber reserve, which has wrapped Bitcoin, the Kyber order book reserve, which has a fee burner, and so forth. So this single transaction, which happened on February 10th, caused 107 internal transactions. And here's where we find it really interesting. These internal transactions are transferring things of value. The ERC20 tokens are being transferred back and forth between these smart contracts. And as someone interested in accounting for these interactions, this single transaction causes many different transfers of assets. And I think all of these transfers of assets have to be accounted for. And this is why we're doing what we're doing. We want to be able to account for every single thing that happens on a smart contract. So in addition to these red ERC20 token transfers, there's also Ether being transferred back and forth in this transaction. So that's basically what we're doing with TrueBlocks. We're digging as deep as we can into the transaction history of any smart contract. We're going to be in Osaka in October for DevCon 5. We would love to talk to you about this project. And we're going to be we have a table in the grantees room. We got a grant from the Ethereum Foundation. They gave us a table to discuss the project, and we'd love to see you. My name again is Thomas Rush, working on a project called TrueBlocks, and we'll see you in Japan. Thanks.